right, boys, we are live. And you know what I didn't do? How do I continue to do this? I rushed and hurry up, made my thumbnail. And I didn't name this the weekly live chat because I was too much in a rush. So, this is the weekly live chat 207. Let me just hurry up really quick and change the thumbnail because I can't believe I was that dumb and didn't put it as live chat 207. So, and it hits me right as I start off the stream. It didn't hit me until I start off the stream. So I went and scheduled it, ran. All right, let's see. April 16th. How am I that crazy? How am I that crazy? I didn't even realize. But anyway, we have a lot to talk about. On the first Wednesday since UFC 214. All right, let me fix this. Let me edit that. Live chat 207. Number 207. And I'll leave it as the same thumbnail. I just added the text over it. I don't know how I messed that up. Anyway, welcome to the weekly live stream that I first started doing. The inception of this live stream was I didn't live stream all the time. I just made videos. And so what happened was people wanted me to live stream. And so I said, okay, I'll just live stream once a week every Wednesday night. And that's how it all started out. And then we ended up live streaming more and more and more, backed by popular demand. And we ended up streaming more while also doing the Wednesday live stream. So the Wednesday live stream is like the public live stream for everyone to watch, essentially. Essentially what it is. So there you go, in case you're wondering. When is the next banger about Michael Chandler absolutely embarrassing himself in a cope-filled interview? Whenever he does his next interview and copes about it. Whenever he does his next interview and copes about it. What's up, the one who vapes? What's up, Andy? Joey, will DDP maul Khamzat? Absolutely not. Shout out Camille. What's up, CM, aka Kara? What's going on? The clip was hilarious. I commented on it. What's up, Camille? What's up, Billy? What's up, Justin? Those Makhachev ducking claims were so damn accurate. I know. What's good, my brother? Was Ian Garry also being delusional, asking for a title shot? He was not asking for a title shot. He was not claiming he deserved a title shot. You guys are fucking brain dead. He said he wanted the opportunity considering Shavkat was injured. And he would have jumped at the opportunity because he'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. He never said he deserved the title shot. He never said that he got skipped over for a title shot. He just said he wished he was given the opportunity. He was fuming mad because nobody at welterweight actually has deserved it other than Shavkat. So, and the UFC perpetually gives out undeserved title shots. So he was just hoping he could get the opportunity. He never said he deserved a title shot. He never said he earned a title shot. He never even said he beat Khamzat or Shavkat. He said, I lost to Shavkat, but I would have liked an opportunity since Shavkat couldn't go. You guys are just brain dead. You're just mad because Gary's an alpha male. He ran Colby out of the fucking UFC like the bum he is. Okay? I mean, like, seriously. People are like, man, Gary's demanding a title shot. Like, are you guys really that brain dead? People in Discord were saying it. People in the comments about a featherweight title fight were saying it. I mean, I don't get... I really truly believe people are just reading headlines and not actually watching the clip. But even if they do watch the clip, they're so warped by the headlines. You find me a clip of Garry saying he deserved the title shot, and then we'll go from there. Think your comment got flagged? Really? It still showed as there. I checked. I don't get it. I don't get it. Shout out to Andreas for the $2 dono. We are here at the top. We are here at the top. See you at the top. Thank you for the $2. He was saying he was pissed he didn't get a chance for the title. So what's wrong with that? Where did he say he earned a title shot? Where is the delusion? Where's the delusion? If the one who vapes sent $100 donation right now, and then Andy typed in chat, I'm pissed. I wish somebody would have sent me $100. Does that mean he's saying he deserved the $100 I got sent? No, he's just saying he wished he had the $100. He never said it. So, yeah. Get ready for those weirdos asking about Ian Garry. Doesn't surprise me, dude. Those dudes are just haters, man. They're just haters. They'll always be haters. They'll make up the next narrative and next narrative and next narrative, even if it doesn't make any sense. Why is everyone forgetting about Holloway? Because he's overrated. DDP versus Khamzat's a 50-50 fight. I think it's an 80-20 fight, Khamzat style. What do you think of Soy Boy Strickland should fight next? His dad, maybe. I don't know. All I hear is Gary saying he was upset UFC didn't even at least give him a call. Yeah, because Gary will step in anyone, anywhere, anytime. So he would have loved the opportunity. Gary going to get a decision, I think. Yeah, when Gary beats up Prates and he says something about, I'm 1 win away from a title, they'll say he's delusional then too. Like, at least this dude's fighting everyone. Ian Garry called Sean Brady a boring person. Well, that's true. He is a boring person. Boring fighter, that's not true. When Brady had more finishes in the ranks than Garry. Oh, my God. I really believe you guys are brain dead. If you want to say Brady is more exciting than Garry, that's fine. That is 100% okay. That is 100% fine opinion to have. But to base it off of finishes is the dumbest fucking argument ever. Getting finishes doesn't mean exciting. Shut up, Khamzat lover. I'm trying to see the fight. Damn, I wish I was a billionaire. Exactly. Are you saying you earned billionaire status? Are you saying you earned millionaire status or billionaire status? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think it is. Gary speaks nothing but facts, man. He should have gotten the title shot. He's more deserving than half the dudes that get title shots. He's more deserving than Sean O'Malley. He's more deserving than Khalil Roundtree. He's more deserving than Dustin Poirier when he fought Islam. He's more deserving than Sean Strickland when he fought DDP in the second fight. So, like, people are acting like Gary saying that is the craziest thing ever. So, you forgot to include the part where Josh Thompson claimed Ilia ran from Silva. It really didn't fit. It really didn't fit because it was about the fit. Like, people acted like I left that out. It was about Movsar versus the video was about Movsar Volk. The video was about Movsar Volk. So I could have somewhat included that because it is featherweight related, but I already had too much to include. Joey, how long until they put Trump into the Hall of Fame? Don't even go there. Don't even give them that idea. That's some weird ass shit that they would do. I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit political garbage. And dudes in the MMA media space and the UFC space just sucking on a politician. It's insane. Did you watch Topuria on JRE? No, I don't watch Rogan. Would never watch Rogan. No point in watching Rogan. Would never, ever, ever. Ever, ever, ever. They definitely will add him. He's literally a WWE Hall already. That's insane. That's embarrassing, man. I think Trump's appearance in WWE Hall of Fame for making one appearance, that's weird as hell. To be fair, Dustin's title shot wasn't that egregious since Armin fought 2 months ago. Either way, it was an undeserved title shot. So, you need to at least throw a little criticism and act like Gary calling Brady boring is all cool. If Chandler called Brady boring, you would make a 2-hour. That's not even remotely true. So you're telling me I would make a video just because Gary called Brady boring? Okay. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Brady's boring at all. But, like, dude, you're acting like he's Yuri Prohaska. And you're acting like there's any reason for me to pay attention or to make a video about one off-the-cuff comment from Ian Machado Garry about him. I just don't get it. And in my opinion, Gary's way more exciting than Brady, so it kind of defeats the argument as well. But I don't think Brady's boring at all. So, like to stream, you bums. There's 102 people in here and 26 likes. Bunch of bums around here, man. Getting extra bummy around here. Bunch of clowns. Bunch of haters. Joey's no Republican shill. No, hell no. I think those people are humiliating, man. Embarrassing. Like, they just gobble up politics left and right and just dick ride politicians. It's horrible. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. Brutally humiliated. What's crazy is, Landon, you know, had not Bilal already whooped Brady, they would have been acting like Brady would whoop. Well, they already are, but they would have acted way worse about like, oh, Brady would whoop him. Brady would whoop him. Brady would whoop him. But Bilal already is his daddy. He's already his daddy. I mean, dude, if you're... Weirdo. Weirdos. It's crazy how Makhachev is not going to fight this year despite taking no damage against his title defense against number. He already fought this year, and he's going to fight again this year. 100%. He's going to fight again this year. And he's probably going to fight Ilia. He's probably going to fight Ilia. So, you guys can keep crying, but we'll see what happens first. You looking forward to Blanchfield Barber card? No. I'd rather get a root canal than watch that shit card. What is that, in the end of May? I think it's the end of May. I mean, it's just dog shit, man. Luckily, the next few cards aren't bad. Next few cards are not bad. And then we got Blanchfield Barber on May 31st. Ew! Dustin Jacoby, Bruno Lopez, co-main. Ew. Yeah, I'm not watching this shit. This doesn't even have a full card yet. We got 6 fights on here. 7 fights on here. Blanchfield Barber, main event. Ugh. Ugh. Dude, if you think Gary had a boring fight with Shavkat MVP Jeff Neal, you're a dumb casual fuck. And you shouldn't even watch the sport anymore. If you thought those fights were boring. Jeff Neal, okay, I'll side with you on that one. If you thought the Shavkat and MVP fights were boring, you're a bum. And an idiot. Brady smokes Gary. Gary actually smokes Brady. I promise you that. Gary versus Prata is going to be such a heater. So excited. What I realize is there's a bunch of incels in this community. No matter what Gary does, they'll never give him any credit. He'd whoop Prates, whoop Usman, whoop Strickland coming back to 170 and call for a title shot. They'd be like, no, he doesn't deserve one. He doesn't deserve one. Will Chandler make it to the main card again, or is he a prelim fighter now? Oh, he'll be on a main card. He'll be like, I put butts in seats. He'll be like, I put butts in seats. Gary's better than Topuria, bro. The Shavkat Gary fight was horrible in the first 3 rounds, and mostly Shavkat's fault and picked up late. It was still a great fight, man. I mean, every second doesn't have to be dudes. I mean, the casuals nowadays, man, they don't understand. Like, I literally don't like guys acting like they're in some type of bar fight. I don't like that. I don't want to see that every fight by any means. I don't know why I feel like Dana will give Strickland a title shot with 1 win. Wouldn't shock me, man. Wouldn't shock me. Let's talk about Khamzat DDP. How do you think the fight goes down? You think it goes to 2nd or 3rd round? I think Khamzat needs to start including a serious ground and pound game. I think Khamzat takes him down immediately. Beats the fuck out of him for about 1.5 minutes. Locks up a rear naked choke. On the chin to begin with, it slips underneath. DDP's fighting the hands but doesn't tap. And goes to sleep. Slump City. Slump City. So, to answer your question, Khamzat, 1st round, rear naked choke to unconsciousness. That's what I think would happen. Everyone knows the best fight is a 3-second KO. I think, you know what's crazy? Low-key, I think the best fights are decisions. Or fights that get late finishes. Khamzat all the way, boys. True. You're the only person on the planet that likes Ian Garry. Well, that's not true at all. That is not. Gary has a lot of fans. He has more. Ian Machado Garry has more fans than your little bitch boy, Bryce Mitchell. But then again, I don't know. God doesn't love Bryce Mitchell because he didn't win the fight, you know? God chose Gene Silva over Bryce Mitchell. Punished him. He chose Gene Silva. So, I like Ian Garry. That's not true. I'm an Ian Garry fan all the way. I love Ian Garry. I put Garry fights on when I get bored of watching Yuri. Agreed. Joey, name me a better fight in 2025 than Umar Marab. It's my fight of the year. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. For me, I love the Ankalaev Pereira fight. That's pure bias. Just because I love watching the masterclass that Ankalaev did. I love the masterclass that Ankalaev put on. Wow, Garry almost got that choke. Wasn't even on the neck. Let's give him a participation trophy. I don't know who's giving him a participation trophy. I mean, the fact that he out-grappled Shavkat made him look like a bum was pretty impressive, though. Was pretty impressive. Hey, Joey, what do you think of UFC at 315 Muhammad Della Maddalena? It's not a bad card, but Jack Della Maddalena doesn't deserve a title shot. He's less deserving than Garry, in my opinion. Did you hear Gene Silva about... I don't know about that story. I don't even want to hear about it. Don't care about it. Dana always acts like the fight going distance is the worst possible scenario. That's because he's become a slave to the casuals. That's all he listens to. We need an ant graphic next. An emote is what you're saying? I'll have to look for one. Jay, not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous for Bilal against JDM because of the clinch and body shots. I'm pretty sure, unless he gets clipped in the first round, Bilal's gonna maul him bad. JDM has a chance to KO him in the first round. After that, Bilal's gonna maul him. 315 is absolutely horrible besides BSD Alvarez. I'm pissed they took Burns versus Morales off the card. Those mini emotes are sick. Yeah, if you become a member, you get to use them in chat and comments as well. So, you get to use them in chat as well as comments. So my comment now wasn't on the video, the clip video that she posted. Let me go take a look. This was a great edit, by the way. It still shows my comment. It still shows my comment. Do you... Shout out to Kara for this amazing Michael Chandler edit. Appreciate it. I'm going to post this real quick. I don't know how many more videos she's going to post, but she put together a hilarious edit of me reacting to Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler. So if you guys want to go check it out and maybe subscribe, you can. She'd probably do a couple more here and there with my guess, but I don't know. Anyway, just a random question. Do you like any American champions at the moment? Name me the American champions. Who are the American champions? John Jones? Yeah, I like John Jones, sure. I don't know. Who's the American champions? I like Ilia. Yeah, I like Ilia. I don't really like or dislike. I mean, to a certain extent, I'm not like a fanboy of these dudes. Yep. Can't believe this channel actually gets views. I'm out of here. How lame. You get out of here, you bum. Wait till you see the Dono war we're brewing up for tonight. Wait till you see the... Why don't you stick around for the Dono war so you can ball your fist up even more, you bum? Should they cut Gene Silva? Yeah, they should cut Gene Silva. Jones and Bilal. Yeah, I like them both. Any update on your Power Slap Cup? I do not. I do not have an update on the Power Slap Cup. For sure I'll do more. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious edit. I thought it was hilarious edit. So I figured I'd link it in chat. I put that link in chat. It's an edit of me reacting to the Chandler fight. So should they... Volk is basically one of us. Jones and Bilal. Bilal is Palestinian. I guess he's Palestinian and American, though. Any update on your Power Slap Cup? There is no update. Joe, are you the richest MMA YouTuber? I have no idea. No such thing as a Palestinian American. You're one of either. I mean, I guess you could be both. I don't know. I don't know, bro. But either way, there's borderline no American champions. And if you want to consider Bilal American, then I like Bilal. I like Jones. Look, I just like watching anyone who's high level. Hold on. Why is this doing this? Why is my chair? There we go. My chair. The wheel was like pushing into the carpet. I had to move it. Dana White is a Power Slap fan. Enough said. Agreed. Marab pretends to be American. Does that count? Sure. Tony, what flag is on your passport? I literally said, dude. I said first he's born in America. Yes, Chicago. Sup, foo. What's going on, C4 San Diego? About time you showed up, you bum. But I know what people are trying to do. Oh, no, I'll get to that in a second. Shout out to Camille for the $10 PayPal dono. He said, cheers to the 716 hater. He inspired me to send a dono. You hear that, 716? You hear that, 716, you bum? You bum of a thing? So now all of a sudden you want to act like you like the channel, huh? Huh? If you think Chandler's high level, then you're just a casual. Joey, if Lopez would have won the belt, he 100% would have been calling for the air fight instead of Movsar. 100% because he knew it would be a winnable fight. That's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. He would have wanted the fight because it was more winnable. Meanwhile, the UFC would have wanted the fight because they would have said, oh man, look at they pointed at each other on stage. Yair versus Diego should still be made. Agreed. Palestinian state ID card, American passport. Maybe it was American Palestinian because I raised here. Let me break this down to you like nobody else will. What people try to do to Bilal, okay, is they try to undermine his Palestinian heritage. So it's like a slight at Bilal. There's probably a better way of describing it. I'm just not familiar with what a way to really articulate what I'm saying other than the way I'm saying it now. They're trying to slight him like, dude, you're an American. Shut up. You're not Palestinian, bro. You're American, bro. And like Sean Strickland will be like, man, if you're Palestinian, then go back to Palestine, bro. They're trying to slight Bilal by being borderline or outright xenophobic, essentially. Is essentially my take on that, is what they're trying to do. So, shout out to Camille for the $10 PayPal dono. Appreciate it. When will Conor come to Nashville, Tennessee? No idea. Did you see Ilia's interview with Joe? I did not. I did not. Who's your favorite member after the one who vapes? I don't have a favorite member. All the members are my favorites. Did the security guard pretend he didn't know Bilal? No, the security guards have their back turns. And I don't understand why people don't get this. I really don't understand why people don't get this. The security guards are not hard. MMA is not a mainstream sport. These guys aren't just UFC security guards. The UFC goes there every other month. In that particular case, what was that? Las Vegas. They go there a couple times a year to that particular arena. That is event security. Half those guys are probably temp employees. To think that they're going to recognize, they probably wouldn't recognize Ilia. They wouldn't recognize Strickland. They'd maybe recognize Connor. They're not hardcore fans. Nobody knows who the fuck these fighters are. So that crazy slight, oh yeah, nobody even knows who Bilal is. Like, we're all hardcore fans. We know who everyone is. They're not going to recognize 95% of the fighters. Facts, Joey. I can take it there if you want. Wife's Palestinian. My kids are half Palestinian. Can speak on the subject all night long. Bilal is Palestinian. There you go. But it's a way to slight him, right? I understand that it's a way to slight him. Man, he's American, man. He needs to stop claiming that. Like, what? Let him do what he wants. You can rep where you want to rep. And lives in Chicago. There you go. No one knows John Jones in Egypt. Barely know Habib. Exactly. Who gives a shit anyway? Who gives a shit anyway? Joe, when are you going to start promoting 5 different sports betting apps? Super excited for the promo code. Never. I'm supported by you guys. I'm not pushing any betting app ever. Unless my life is in danger and I need the money to save my own life, I would say that would be the only way. And even then, I'd probably just be like, Is it worth it? Nah, I'm not pushing betting apps ever. No matter what. No matter what. I mean, they could offer me $10,000 a month. I'm just not doing it. First off, just solely from a cringe perspective, I can't imagine sitting here and saying, enter promo code BackShotsDead for a $50 match on your first deposit. Like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Even forget about any moral responsibility or my ethics in general. I just couldn't say that on camera. I just couldn't do that. I just couldn't say that shit and be serious about it. No, I'm not doing that. Absolutely, positively not. Then on top of that, I just don't believe in pushing people. I consider gambling a scam. Majoritarily a scam. Is what I think it is. So, for me, I'm not pushing people to go get scammed. You know, $100K a month, not doing it, bro. Not doing it. Not doing it. $200K, all right, $500K a month, I'll do it for 2 months, and then I'll never do it again. All right? And my promo code will be SCAM. Enter promo code SCAM for $50 on your top deposit, or whatever the hell they say. Bro, Rogan out here promoting DraftKings sportbooks while living in a state that banned betting. Everyone's pushing it, man. I think it's ruining people. I really do think it's ruining people. It really is. I mean, people are obsessed with the shit. It really is a weird thing. But yeah, $500K a month. I'll do it for 2 months. And my promo code will be SCAM. So you guys will know. I'll let you guys in. $500K a month. How could I turn that down? How could I turn that down? Joe Rogan lives in Texas where betting is banned. They got 6 gambling commercials, then 1 little 10-second skit to help gamblers. I know. I mean, this dude is crying. He can't understand sarcasm. I already don't like this dude, so I'm just going to get rid of him. Joe, what is serious advice you would give Chandler right now? I ask because you covered the saga since the beginning, and I truly think he's cooked. You want to know my advice? Start a fucking business that doesn't involve getting brain damage. And get out of the sport. Get out of the sport. I mean, I'm dead serious. He says he has all these business ventures and he doesn't need the money. Get the fuck out of the sport. You're not going to remember your name in a week. I mean, he's already probably cooked beyond repair with his brain. Get out of the sport would be my. I mean, the damage he took in the last 2 fights. I mean, people forget he took a lot of damage against Charles Oliveira. He's running for his life the entire fight, getting rocked and tagged, and his head snapped back. If you want to tell me, oh, give him advice, and he wants to fight, I don't know. Ask for release and go to PFL. Ask for a release and go to PFL, or go to Big KFC and try to get the counter fight. But that's even more humiliating almost. Yeah, Chandler and Darren Elkin should start a business together. CT Incorporated. I'm telling you guys, I'm thinking like Fairzy M smokes him. Yo Alvarez smokes him. BSD smokes him. Excuse me. Who else at unranked lightweight that would smoke him? Who else is unranked that would absolutely smoke Chandler? There's a couple more names we came up with the other day. I can't remember now. I can't remember. Bahamondes smokes him. Terrence McKinney smokes him. You know, I would ask for the Terrence McKinney fight. Mauricio Ruffy smokes him. Rebetsky would steal his hairline. Now, I would ask for Terrence McKinney, and if you can't beat him, just retire. Who's more embarrassing for the UFC, Colby or Chandler? Colby, for sure. Colby's really bad, man. It's to the point where even the gimmick is really sad and pathetic. Like, he should genuinely be ashamed of himself. Chase Hooper smokes him. I think Chase Hooper beats Chandler as well. Why did Bahamondes lose his ranking? Because the ranking pool is mentally ill. With the recent statements from Habib, do you think Islam is truly ducking or scared? Absolutely, positively not. Nope. I still think Islam versus Topuria is going to happen. It is all a negotiation. But let me explain to you guys what is going to happen so you guys know. Just remember, jot this down. April 16th, 2025 at 11:12 p.m. Eastern Time. The narrative will continue to be pushed that Islam's ducking and Islam's scared. And then when the fight officially gets announced, Dana White pops up on his Instagram Live and everyone's screaming, oil you up. Let me oil you up, Dana. And Dana says, the main event of UFC 318, 319, 317, whatever it may be, is Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. The narrative will shift, and the narrative will be, Islam got forced into it. He was scared, but he got forced into it. He got bullied into it by Topuria. So at this point, there's no winning with this crowd. So if I'm him, I just outright deny it at this point. I would just deny it. Nope. Ilya's a spoiled little brat, man. I would get annoyed with that too. I want that fight, but I think Ilya's a spoiled little brat. Like, they're acting like he's scared of Topuria. Give me a break. Colby's new gimmick is pathetic. Colby's always been pathetic. Ilya's delusional, skilled, but delusional. Agreed. Bro, the Islam haters are so pushing a guy with one title defense, one class below to get a title shot over deserving contender. If it's up to me, I book Islam Arman. If it's up to me, I book Islam Arman. I think your Kevin Holland RDR reaction is better than the Chandler one. Go watch it and tell me I'm wrong. There you go. Someone make a clip of that, Kara. That's all you. That's all you. RDR Kevin Holland reaction. When is Bo Nickel versus Rainer Day Ritter? When is Bo Nickel? Bo Nickel, Rainer Day Ritter. When is that? When is that? When is that? That is coming up May 3rd. May 3rd. Subbed Kevin Holland. Subbed Gerald Mearshart. Let's go, Rainer. Get Jerry Sandusky's boy. Get Jerry Sandusky's boy. What if JDM says no to Islam if he beats Bilal? He'll probably get stripped. I actually don't think Islam Ilya is happening right now. Aviv always speaks the truth, and clearly they want Ilia to fight a contender first. Yeah, but they could be negotiating, and he is speaking the truth. But at the end of the day, they'll do what the UFC wants. That's the truth as well. All the homies rooting for RDR. Yeah, I'm not rooting for Jerry Sandusky's boy. Do you think DeRitter will fraud check Sandusky? Do you think DeRitter will fraud check Sandusky Jr.? Is that what we're calling him now, Sandusky Jr.? I'm done. I am fucking done right now. Bo Nickel is a.k.a. Sandusky Jr. Will Rainer DeRitter fraud check him? The answer to that question is absolutely positively yes. Bo's going to have to keep it standing and outstrike him. Which he could. We'll see. But the way he looked against Paul Craig, I'm not picking him. When are the June cards going to be announced? I thought it was getting announced Tuesday. No idea. No idea. UFC's a fly-by-night company now. Break down how Islam Ilia would go. It'd be close on the feet, and Islam would take him down. It'd be a close fight. There'd be some razor close rounds where it was like half striking and then the other half fighting for position in the clinch and a takedown. But, you know, Ilia scrambles back up. But I think ultimately Islam would win it in a close decision. Potentially even getting a sub. Ilia sleeps Makhachev round 1. Nope. I mean, Bryce Mitchell took down Topuria pretty easily. Yeah, Ilia's ducking Charles and Ilia's ducking Armin. You better watch out for that Sandusky sweep. Yeah, you might watch out for that crotch ripper. Ilia thinks he's a one-punch man. Islam's too defensively sound. True. Crazy how Ilia ducked Armin for Charles. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Charles doesn't want Ilia? It seems like everyone's ducking everyone. That's what it seems like nowadays. I think it's dumb that Ilia will wait for an undeserved title shot then fighting a tender, but Islam is ducking. Apparently, some people are dumb. Apparently, Ilia said he doesn't want to fight any contenders. I did see that. That's crazy, dude. Fight a contender. So nothing was really promised to Ilia after getting stripped. I mean, vacating his belt. Oh, I don't think the UFC was happy. The UFC wanted Topuria to fight Volk in a rematch. Give me Islam, Armin, and Charles versus Ilia. I like it. That's my matchmaking as well. Ilia is literally ducking contenders. I know. Ilia is the one ducking Armin and Charles. So much entitlement, main character syndrome with these fighters. I know everyone's ducking except Ian fucking Machado Garry. That's a fact. I want Ilia versus Dustin. That's a rumor, but I don't think that's going to happen. Islam versus Charles 2 and Ilia versus Armin I think is better. No. How are you going to give Charles a title shot beating Chandler? If you're giving Charles a rematch, I'd rather Patty get the fight. Give Patty a title shot over Charles. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Give Patty a title shot over Charles. Excuse me. There's no bigger fight other than Islam Ilia at lightweight. Armin more deserving, but botched his shot by pulling out. Botched his shot by getting injured. Suffering a serious injury. He's botching his shot. No, give Armin his shot. If he pulls out again, then we can make him earn his way back. But give him a shot. He's earned it. You see Volk saying he wants to fight Movsar next? Yes, I did, which I absolutely love. I made a whole video about how Movsar needs to be next for Alexander Volkanovski. So, Anyway, let me take a look. How much? Doing okay. Doing okay. We just tight like weed. $155 is such a mess right now. It really shouldn't be. It's simple matchmaking. Makhachev, Ilia, Armin, Gaethje, Charles, Paddy, Max, Hooker. No. No. Makhachev versus Armin. Charles versus Ilia. Paddy versus Hooker. Max versus Poirier. And I don't know who Gaethje fights. He can fight whoever's left over after all that. Who did I forget? Let Gaethje beat up Chandler again. UFC has to make a generous offer, otherwise Makhachev can stall. Everyone really wants to punish the guy for getting injured. They were the same ones crying about Dillashaw not pulling out. I know. I'm happy I booked my tickets before the main event changed for UFC KC. Super good seats for a great fight night. You think the new main event's better? I do. You think the new main event's better or no? I think the new main event's better. I think Prates versus Garry is way better. It's way better. Damn. So just to break that down, we do Islam versus Armin. Oliveira versus Topuria. Paddy versus Hooker. Max versus Dustin 3. And then who do we do Gaethje against? Who do we do Gaethje against? I don't know. Gaethje against Beneil, maybe? No one wants to see Islam Armin? I do. Gamrot Gaethje? You could do Gaethje versus Paddy and then Hooker versus Gamrot 2, right? Gaethje Fiziev 3. Whoever wants to see that again? Fiziev messed up, man. Fiziev messed up. He couldn't get one of those wins. Picked him both times. Umar disappeared. Do you think Khabib threw him off a mountain? Maybe. I don't know why Paddy probably destroys Hooker. I don't know if I'd want to see that. Paddy probably wrecks Gaethje too, as crazy as that sounds. Let Paddy fight Gaethje. He'll beat up Gaethje. And then we can give him a title shot afterwards. Fiziev probably beats Paddy. Hooker Moicano. There you go. Hooker Moicano. Gaethje versus Chandler 2. Give the kid a shot. Hate how Islam's team is pushing for an embarrassing title defense. It's Javier to Paddy and Ali to Justin. Not saying Paddy isn't a contender. He still needs one win. I think they're all just negotiations, man. Or miss. I'm not a big fan of it either. But I think there's some negotiations going on right now. That's my understanding. So, and honestly, if I'm going to be honest, Paddy, you can make the argument Paddy deserves it more than Ilia. Like, there's not a clear-cut number one contender outside of Armin. And I've seen him pushing for Armin, too. Khabib has literally said we want to fight Armin. I seen that today. Fiziev, Paddy, or Gamrot Paddy? Nah. It needs to be Paddy versus Oliveira, Paddy versus Gaethje, Paddy versus Hooker. One of those three. Islam Armin's a banger. Armin and Charles deserve it the most. What does Charles deserve? Where is this narrative that Charles deserves anything? Yeah, Topuria wants only Islam. Dude's been ducking everyone. Did you hear about Vittori's brother died in a fire? I seen that on Twitter. That's crazy if that's true. I mean, that's crazy if that's true. Why is Patty? I mean, I guess Patty at number 8. Chandler's at number 12 now. Chandler, I mean, anyone thinks Chandler beats Benoit Saint-Denis? Charles has 10 losses for a reason. People are acting like Charles has earned anything, which is just crazy to me. It's true. Rip Patrick Vittori, only 29. That's horrific, man. That's horrific. Chandler doesn't beat Inacio. I wish they would book him against Inacio. Chandler versus Bahamondes, and then Chandler versus Ferziem after that. Remember how Ilia was saying he will fight Charles? He's changed his mind now. No one wants to see Islam dominate Charles again. That fight that Alves had with Armin could have won either way. No, it couldn't have. Could not have won either way. Armin clearly won that fight. Clearly won that fight. Just want to see him win. Dubronx is the people's champion. You thought Charles won? You thought wrong, Toyota man. You thought wrong, Mr. Toyota. Chandler's on his Tony Ferguson run. He hasn't won another MMA fight again. I'd be shocked to ever see Chandler win again. Joe, what do you think Chandler retires? I heard rumors he would try to make featherweight, but can he even make it? I have no idea what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to sit out and wait for Conor some more. 2-1 Armin. All of a sudden, people pick and choose when damage matters. Anyone that thinks Oliveira won is crazy. I mean, that's insane. Oh, Oliveira had some submission attempts. I think Chandler needs to retire, man. I think too much brain damage. I think too much brain damage. I don't even remember what rounds you could give to Charles. Was there a clear round for Charles? I don't even know. Sarukian scorecards. Let's see. All 3 judges had round 1 for Charles. Then 2 judges had 2 and 3 for Armin. Yeah, there's no way. I thought you could have gave all 3 rounds to Armin. But maybe it's round 1 I scored for Oliveira. I don't remember. Charles almost finished with a guillotine. And then he had Mount for a slight bit, right? Who's more pathetic, Chandler or Colby? Colby. I mean, they're both probably equally as pathetic. Only options for Chandler next opponent are Ferziem, Yoel Alvarez, Miktabek, Uralbai, Mauricio, Ruffy, Notice, no Connor. 30-27 Armin. Can someone go back to my post fight and tell me who I scored it for? How I scored it? I know who I scored it for. How did I score it? I don't remember. For some reason, 30-27, I think I scored it, but definitely 2-1 at the bare minimum. Obviously, there would be no other option. Chandler would lose to Ruffy. Oh, I hope they give him Ruffy next. I know I scored it for Armin, you dumb ass. I did not score it for Charles. Chandler, dude, Ruffy would absolutely brutalize Chandler. Whoever fights Ruffy next is in serious trouble. Bobby Green or Chandler? I'd pick Bobby Green over Chandler. That's the only fight he might be able to win. Next time, mind your business, Camille. All right, apologies. That is nasty, though. That is nasty. I didn't mean to be doing that. Sometimes you just don't realize because I'm just sitting in a room by myself right now. Like, I'm not allowed to burp around here. But that is kind of nasty. I wouldn't want to really listen to that. I don't know if Bobby Green would beat Chandler. I think he probably would. Remind me of Bobby Green's last few fights. He got subbed by Patty. He beat Jim Miller. Who did Bobby Green? Oh, he just got KO'd by Ruffy. Damn, Grant Dawson should be ashamed of himself. Can we admit that was kind of a scam? Bobby Green, KO, and Grant Dawson. Slept by Ruffy. Died by Turner. I forgot. Yep. His last win was Jim Miller at UFC 300, right? So a year ago. Grant Dawson dominates Chandler. Oh, I know. That's the funniest part about all this, dude. Chandler has nowhere to run. I mean, Bobby Green is the only fight he could possibly get a win against, right? Name me everyone in chat right now. Name me the most winnable matchups right now for Chandler. Name me the most winnable matchups right now. I need to know. He loses to Beneil. He loses to Chase Hooper. He loses to Dan Hooker. He could beat Jim Miller. He would beat Jim Miller. Turner should come back just to whoop up on Chandler's. Bobby Green would be winnable. Jim Miller would be winnable. McKinney would be winnable. Ferguson would be winnable at this point. He's a dead corpse. GFL corpse. Michael Johnson. So basically you have Jim Miller, McKinney, Bobby Green, Ferguson, or Michael Johnson, or Guida, or Covington. Covington beats him too. BJ Penn's probably has the same amount of CTA, so maybe book them against each other. Maybe book them against each other. Imagine booking him in the Tony Ferguson rematch. Maybe even Felder. He's not beating Gaethje. You think Covington beats Chandler? He does. He does, unfortunately for Chandler. I'd rather Chandler win than Covington, even though I don't like either one of them, really. Even though I don't like either one of them. Might as well do Pitbull Chandler again. That's what I was saying the other day, remember? Which one was more brutal? Volk turned around so quick that he could be reason Ilia also KO'd him. Both were great performances. Which was more brutal for what? Pitbull probably beats Chandler again. Who's the worst champ in your opinion? Probably DDP. Let's see. Pantoja, no. Merab, no. Volk, no. Islam, no. Bilal, no. DDP, maybe. John Jones. Or no, Ankalaev, then John Jones. It's DDP. Men's champion is DDP. Or Merab. But it's depending how you quantify it, because Merab's cardio makes him one of the best ever. Oh, Nico Montana is the worst champion of all time. Or Michael Bisping. Khamzat will right the wrong soon. Yeah, Khamzat will right the wrong soon. It's definitely not Merab. DDP is. Of all time, it's Nico Montana. If you want a male, it's Bisping. Ank is a chill dude. Yeah, sure. Why was Nico the worst? She won her title in the Ultimate Fighter, then immediately vacated it, and then didn't win any fights in the UFC. And got cut. She vacated it because she didn't want to fight Shevchenko. Nobody even remembers her name. Like, even the hardcores don't remember her name. I think it's Sterling because the way you won the title now. Bisping was shit. Love you, bro. I don't know. I'm a fan of this, though. Islam, Ilia, Arman, Charles 2. 5 rounds. Gaethje, Hooker. Patty versus the winner of Gaethje, Hooker. Moicano versus Dariush. Chandler versus loser BSD Alvarez. I like it all. Duranami was pretty bad, too. Yeah, but Nico Montana's undoubtedly the worst. Tony the type to put himself in an armbar. Basically. DDP smoked Israel? No. Bisping handpicked old man Hendo. The media co-signed that shit too. I was infuriated at the time. He was like number 12 in the rankings. They were giving out a title shot to a guy, an old man on retirement who was number 12 in the rankings. I thought Henderson won. Tony the type to sit on TV just to watch a sofa. Yeah. We get it. DDP is arguably the middleweight GOAT if he beats Khamzat. If he beats Khamzat, he probably is the middleweight GOAT or competitive with Anderson at that point. Probably competitive at that point. If you guys could please like the stream. It takes 1 second. We got 215 in the building, as they say. As they say. Yeah, please like the stream. I disliked it. I bet you did. I mean, we got 50-some likes, 215 in here. Getting extra bummy around here lately, man. Getting extra bummy around here. Sorry, but Anderson has nothing on DDP. They robbed Souza of a title shot. He got brutally robbed against Romero, who cheated multiple times. I don't really remember that fight all that much. Joey, how do veterans at the risk of the end of their career just bounce back and forth in weight classes like Hendo? 4 goes from 205 to 80. I have no idea. I think it's desperation, really. They just do it out of desperation. Do you think Merab will beat Anderson's win streak? He's already at 12 and he's so active. No. What's Anderson's win streak? 16? Nah. He'll lose to somebody. He'll lose to somebody. Hold up. Wait a minute. Shout out to the one who vapes for the $50 PayPal donation. He said, thanks for the Wednesday live stream. Getting real bummy around here lately. Now, he didn't say the last part. It was getting real bummy around here lately. Shout out to the one who vapes for the $50 PayPal dono. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, the one who vapes. Made man around here. The made man around here. Anyway. Thank you. He said, thanks for the Wednesday live stream. No problem. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. Islam getting ready for Ty Anderson's record? Really? If Merab beats Umar again, I could see him beating Silver Streak. Maybe. I could see Jan fluking a win against him. Merab will get out Merab by Mario Batista. I would like to see Mario Batista get a title shot over O'Malley. Maybe I'm crazy. Don't think a champion has destroyed a challenger over 5 since O'Malley Vera. I mean, DDP or Strickland. Did Strickland win a single round? The rematch? I don't remember. It was so boring. Joe, who do you think the UFC signs their new media deal with? I think it's going to be a spread out. Patty versus Dan Hooker. Who do you got? I would take Patty. So one judge gave 1 round to Strickland. Is that what it was? 2 judges had it 5-0. 1 judge had it 4-1 for DDP. What round did they give to Strickland? I don't remember Strickland doing anything in that fight. Does anyone remember Strickland doing anything in that fight? Like, that fight is completely erased out of my memory other than the Strickland broken nose. Other than the Strickland broken nose, I don't remember anything from that fight. I really don't. I really straight up don't. Does anyone else? Joey Ilia updated his IG bio to 17-0. He has a fight booked probably. Maybe. Maybe it's Islam. Maybe it's Charles. Maybe it's Armin. I remember he jabbed and teeped. Well, that's every fight, so it all blends together. If Kaio wants to fight a Mavov, he should fight Strickland first. If Kaio wants to fight a Mavov, he should fight Strickland first. Kaio would beat up Strickland, so sure. All judges gave Strickland round 1. I don't believe that for 1 second. I think that's a lie. Yeah, the short notice wasn't Islam's fault, man. Volk ran from Lopez. Shut up, dude. Never mind, it was round 2. 1 judge gave to Sean. I don't remember Sean doing any fucking thing in that fight. The only thing I remember is Sean just looking totally out of it. And I remember laughing my ass off. Because I wanted it to be a boring fight. Did he even try to run forward at the end? I don't remember. I think Imavov wants to fight Strickland. That's why he turned Kaio down. That'd be a banger. Imavov beat Strickland in a rematch. If he didn't take the first fight on short notice, he would have won that one too. Kaio calling out Imavov for a fight, but Imavov would beat him up. But the only benefit to Imavov is he gets some more activity. Yeah, true. What happens to Bilal if he loses? Islam moves up? I have no idea. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's hard to say for show. 10-fight win streak, and who else was there? Volk only ran in the 5th, but apart from that, he spent the entire fight entering the pocket. I don't get it, man. Volk was sitting down on a lot of his punches. He was tagging Diego Lopez. He was tagging Diego Lopez. Sitting in the pocket and just banging on him. And just banging on him. Sorry, I was just looking at something. If Bilal loses to JDM, he will try to go to middleweight and call out Strickland. Genuine hatred there. If he loses, he's never... You know Bilal loses, he's never getting another title fight ever again. Which is really sad. I wish he would have fought Shavkat in December, man. He would have murked Shavkat bad. That's the real truth. Now, Mala wants a title shot, but if Khamzat wins, I doubt he wants... Ilia doesn't have anything changed in his bio. That was all BS. I never even checked because I didn't care that much. Bilal would have 50-45. Shavkat probably. Probably. Bilal would have won for sure. I'm sad. Joe, can you imagine if UFC put Strickland in the Hall of Fame for that one upset against Izzy? They probably will. They probably will for all we know. Bilal would finish Shavkat. I don't know. I just saw on Twitter. If Lopez wanted to enter the pocket with Volk in the 5th, he should have learned how to cut off the cage instead of pointing to the ground. I know. Dude, I think when you're down, when you're getting outclassed every single round, and then you're like chasing after your opponent in the 5th, pointing to the ground, you just look like a bum. You just look like a fucking bum. Is Chael in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, first fights. For him losing. He got the ultimate Chael Sonnen and Colby Covington Hall of Fame induction. He got inducted for losing. Shavkat's chances were only decreasing to beat Bilal. Too much inactivity. You know, it's not said enough about Shavkat. Shavkat is like Mr. Brittle. Shavkat's like the welterweight O'Malley. Shavkat's always injured, man. Is he not? Every fight he's injured too. And then he complains about being injured and then he's out forever. Like, I know it's not his fault, but I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. Like, it's annoying. Like, when has Shavkat ever been active, basically? It sucks. I mean, people say that about Khamzat, and it's not even true. Which is the craziest part. People have been saying about Khamzat, and it's not true. Dude just made a glass. Seems like it. You like the hair? I'm growing the hair out. Look. I'm going to grow it out for another month just for the hell of it. I'm going to get long hair again. And then cut it up real short. Drew said last month he wants to come back in August. Oh my God. He wants to come back in August. Yeah, well, I don't want Shavkat as champ anymore. Got a feel for him, though. He took the Garry fight. And, yeah. Now Garry just beat the piss out of him, and now he can't fight until August. What's the deal? What's the deal, buddy? Who wins, Umar or Jan? I'll say Jan. I'm on the Sean Brady train. I can't believe I believe he beats everyone. Well, you haven't seen him versus Bilal then. Dana will put Kevin Holland in the Hall of Fame too. Kevin Holland's got Dana White privilege. Do you remember what fight Shavkat won to be ranked top 3 for the title? Wonder Boy. He beat up Wonder Boy. Brady versus Shavkat for #1 contender, especially if Islam moves up. I like it. Gary versus Bilal will be a banger in the future. Agreed. You'll pick Jan over Umar. I just kind of lean that way right now. That one could go either way. People call Merab boring. He wasn't in the fight of the year so far. I mean, people are just dumb. A lot of fans are just total casuals and just want nothing but straight out wars. Here every time you go live, homie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pat Matthews with the 99 cents. With that, we can't even get everyone to like the stream, and Pat's out here dropping 99-cent donos. The official Dono war has begun. The Dono war has commenced. Pat is out here challenging people to a Dono war with his massive Dono. Shout out to Pat Matthews for the 99-cent poverty Dono. Damn near a made man around here. Damn near a made man around here. Definitely higher up on the totem pole than Camille, for sure. Does Diego Lopez and Brazilian have Dana White privilege? Yes. Merab isn't boring. Agreed. He got 45, 70. That'll put him in the Hall of Fame. That'll put him in the Hall of Fame. For show. For show, for show. Don't really think it'll happen, but if Protest KOs Gary, we really have to question Shavkat's title shot. That's true. Damn, the Dono war has commenced. Snaglord with the $1 Dono. Josh French with the $1 Dono. We got an all-out battle going on. I mean, Pat just whipped up the chat into a frenzy. Just whipped up chat into a frenzy, man. This is getting out of hand. Start calling your bank, boys. Start calling your bank. Pat the made man around here. Can't support fighters. Shavkat fought in mid-December. He wants to fight in August. What a joke. I mean, I kind of get it. But it's annoying. Buckley versus winner of Gary Prates fucking kick Usman's ranking squad ass out of the rankings. Buckley versus winner of Gary Prates kick Usman's. Yeah, I want Usman out of the rankings. I want Buckley versus Gary still as well. I want Buckley versus Gary as well. Shout out to Big Diesel 92 for the 279 Canadian. Dude just said, I'm one-upping everyone. I'm raising the stakes. He said, nobody can compete with me. If everyone did $1, Joe would be a ball. Imagine if we got 210 people in here. Imagine if everyone donated $1 right this second. Imagine that. I'd be a straight up baller at that point. Every stream, everyone pitches in $1. I'd literally be a baller at that point. That'd be a bare minimum of 200 per stream. Snaglord stole a penny from Pat's dollar. That's why he only donated 99 cents. Okay. There we go. I don't think I like Ilia anymore, or at least starting. How about you and Islam versus Armin and Ilia Charles are clear fights to make? I agree on the fights. Ilia's starting to come off as a spoiled little britch. All right. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know what I was trying to say right there. But, yeah. That's the way it goes. Imagine if Joey donated it to a member, cheap ass. Tony Two-Tone with the $9.99 Canelo hands. Tony Two-Tone comes in and just sucker punches everybody. Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal style. Knock your teeth down your throat. That's the facts around here. I'm done. Michael Chandler joining Power Slap. That's what Michael Chandler needs to do. Go join Power Slap. Shout out to Tony Two-Tone for the $9.99. Just putting everyone else to shame tonight. It was getting real bummy tonight, man. Getting real bummy tonight. Getting real bummy tonight. Getting real bummy tonight, man. 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 Getting real bummy tonight, man Canelo hands. Dude's got the Canelo hands. Let's not forget Andreas and C4 San Diego went toe-to-toe the other night. All right. You know, we got a lot of haters. When we get these Dono wars, we get a lot of haters out there, all right? So, don't be shocked. You think Chandler still wants to fight Conor? Yeah, he's probably still waiting for Conor. Thank you for not selling out to the casuals. Keep up the good work. I will never sell out to the casuals. Ever. Ever sell out to the casuals. It's a fresh candle, yeah. It's a fresh candle right here. A nice fresh little John. A nice fresh little John right there. It's not new, but it's been here for a couple days now. It's fresh. Usman is just getting on. He's 38, not as athletic. I think Leon fight took his confidence. Yeah, I think the Leon fight took his confidence as well. Chandler's chin is too cooked for power slap. It is, unfortunately. Can't hold a candle to Joey's stream. That's true. Chandler might have a decent run in GFL, assuming that organization isn't dead on arrival. I'm being dead serious. I think Chandler probably gets worked over. Even in PFL. I was trying to think what I was trying to say there because I was trying not to think of GFL and PFL. Michael Johnson needs a candle named Habib's Balls. Okay. Remember when Derek Lewis threw his jockstrap in the crowd and some dude like corralled it? I mean, think about how embarrassing that is. Seriously. Think about how embarrassing that is. Joey, who are your 3 favorite commentators? Felder, Sanko, and I don't know who else. Chandler literally sat out his best years in the UFC. He's not beating anyone ranked. He's not even beating dudes who are unranked. His only chance of getting a win is Bobby Green or Terrence McKinney. They should book. I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Dober. Wouldn't mind seeing him versus Dober. They both kind of fight similarly. Derek Lewis is still hilarious and the people's GOAT. Minor Felder, Gooden, Anik. I mean, Anik's just reading DraftKings ads. Sanko isn't that bad, but I feel like she's trying to clip farm as of late. She's trying to clip farm. What about Moicano versus Chandler? I wouldn't mind that. Moicano probably beats the dog shit out of him, though. If Patty did that, I think Moicano can do something similar. Even though I think Patty's better than Moicano. Chandler's a former world champion fighting Dober's embarrassing. You know what's crazy? He was razor close to being able to say he's undisputed champion. He'll never get there ever again. I want Sanko to triangle choke me. I bet you do. Felder, Sanko, and prob DC when he's with him, not with Joe. You're probably right because DC's all right when he's not with Joe. That jockstrap shit was weird. I forgot about it, though. Very bizarre. That guy's a weirdo. He asked Dana to sign it afterwards. He's done that a couple times, so that wasn't even the first time. Why do they even give Dean the mic? I don't know. Dean is not great. Moicano, future Hall of Fame commentator? No. Chandler looks so weak in the last 2 fights. What good are those muscles? Dude, he's big for nothing. Is he even lifting heavy weights? He really does seem weak as hell, doesn't he? What are those muscles even for from Chandler? Can somebody tell me? Dude, what are those muscles for? I don't know. Chandler does seem weak. For no reason, dude. For no reason. Low-key, Dustin's a good commentator. Chandler's going to include Conor in his retirement speech, guaranteed. He's trying to gas out Habib and Dom Cruz. Yeah. I think he's just beating him up here. Chandler's on steroids, probably. He just looks big with his snubby limbs. Yeah, Chandler's big for nothing, man. Being dead serious, Chandler's genuinely big for nothing. It's actually sad. I mean, he just gets steamrolled. Patty was ragdolling him like a bitch. I'd rather see Islam Arman, especially headlining International Fight Week. Arman deserves it. Agreed. Costa also big for no reason. I know people used to push the myth that Costa had KO power. Honestly, I think Chandler overtrains. Maybe. Is Muay Connor next for Patty? Nah. They'll give Patty like a Gaethje. Connor smokes Chandler in the first round? Probably. Can we replace Michael Bisping for Dustin Poirier? Bisping is a horrific commentator. A horrific commentator. Rogan might be worse than Bisping at this point. You're probably right. I don't like either one of them, but Rogan is horrific now. He pushes. They were acting like Lopez won. I mean, how bad are the commentators when a dude's clearly losing and they're pushing it like it's 50-50? Like, are they even watching the fights? Are they even watching the fights? Bisping a company man. Bisping's a UFC shill. For sure. Worst commentators are easily Joe, Michael, and Cruz. I'm kind of with you. Cruz isn't that bad, though. He's had some bad moments. They act like Alex was in there again. I'll never forget Dean Thomas acting like Ankalaev needed to do more while he was literally dominating. DC was calling Chandler smart in the Poirier fight. So stupid. Man, the commentators are so dumb. The commentators are literally so dumb. Legit so dumb. Idiotically dumb. I really don't get it. I really don't get how you can be that stupid. But that's just the way it is, guys. That's just the way it is. They pushed preconceived narratives. They push preconceived narratives no matter what happens. No matter what happens, they come in with a fake narrative and they push it and they push it and they push it and they push it. What do you think of Dom Cruz's commentary? I don't think it's that bad, but I feel like he kind of disappeared. But also, he doesn't understand the judging criteria. He really doesn't understand the judging criteria at all. He thinks you can steal rounds by winning the third round with a cut. Like judges are going back to rescore previous rounds off a current cut. Let's not forget the phantom head kick from Pereira in the 5th round. I think Tom Aspinall will be a good commentator. Damage trumps everything for Cruz. Yeah, even if it happens in the 3rd round. I understand athletes turning commentators, but not in a CTE-riddled sport. Yeah, I think Cruz is hit or miss. He can be shit sometimes. He can be decent sometimes. Connor is tiring. Khabib taking punch. That was Cruz's worst moment. But in his defense, as dumb as it was, I think what he was trying to say is Connor's not trying to get up here because he doesn't want to waste his energy. It's kind of what he was trying to say. But he was just a horrible commentator. That was one of the worst commentary moments ever. That'll go down in history. No one will ever forget that. If Dana White could have his way, he would put Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Joe Rogan as the 3 commentators. Ew! I kind of like one thing about Ilia is how he's pushing a rivalry with Islam, and we don't really have that. Only Umar Marab so far. Arman only talks shit Islam when he's not around him. Yeah, I don't mind it, but he's just coming off like a little spoiled brat a little bit. Rogan said, "Yeah, he's just. I don't think he's wanting this. He's just getting smashed here." That's the truth. That is the truth. He's getting smashed here. Thank God Rogan checked Cruz. Rogan's horrible now. I mean, he was okay back then. They kept saying Usyk was landing on Moreno. He was fighting really good. And nothing was landing hardly. Dude, there was some bad commentary recently. The Usyk-Moreno fight was horrible. The Ankalaev Pereira fight was horrible. The Lopez Volk fight were horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible commentary. I mean, I couldn't believe the way they acted about Erceg. Ilia acts like a rich kid. That's true. Ilia reminds me of like a Bo Nickel, but who's actually good. That's the truth. Ilia gives me Bo Nickel, Jerry or Sandusky Jr. vibes. Ilia is a rich guy. I don't think people are like dying to see him fight Islam. I don't think Ilia's sticking around, man. If he beats Islam, he's gonna say, "I want to go for a third title." And then if he doesn't get it, he's just gonna retire because he's already gotten paid good. You can go off and do other things now. Is John Anik good? He's good at reading. He's good at reading DraftKings ads. Is what he's good at. Oh, real quick. I don't want to see him beat up Justin. Who? You don't want to see who beat up Justin. What do you think of John Anik? I don't hear you speak on him much. I think he just reads DraftKings ads over and over and over again. This is brought to you by DraftKings. 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 Now I was just silent, so you hear breathing on a $1,000 microphone setup. You bum. Camille, I'm gonna start saying DDP beats Khamzat, man. If you keep getting your attitude around here. Islam already fought the 45 champ twice. Why does he have to again? It's his turn to move up. I kind of agree with him. Islam fighting Gaethje would be ridiculous. We all know Ilia would brutally flatline Gaethje. I'm not so sure about that, but probably. I don't want to see that fight. Put your money where your mouth is. Joe, do you think Islam would actually have a shot against Islam? I think DDP is too big, but some people think Islam can outskill him. I don't even know what you mean. Islam DDP? I think if Islam put on some weight, he could possibly win. $1,000 mic vape bought that shit. Now I've had this, dude. I had this when I was making like $0 on YouTube. I bought this, John. I said, you know what? I'm buying this, John. I'm buying this, John. I wanted it. It lasts forever, so why not? Isn't it crazy how many hours I've spoken to this son of a gun? Imagine I just went like... how does it sound now? How horrible is the audio right now? I would assume that it is atrocious. It feels so freeing not having that mic in my face, though. I might have to get some type of wireless set up. Anyway, probably sounded absolutely, positively atrocious. So we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming. This dude said Islam would have a chance against Islam. You sounded like Akamoto. I sounded like Akamoto's video looked like. Man, Akamoto's video is horrible. Bro, no mic can still work. Do you keep up with any of the NBA playoffs? I do not. You sound like Colby Covington, a.k.a. a bum, scrub. NBA sucks. DDP would head kick Islam. What a big size difference. Okay. Joey is the new Akamoto. Don't say that. Does Akamoto, like, what is Akamoto even doing nowadays? What is Akamoto even doing nowadays? That's what I'd like to figure out. Does anyone know? Does anybody know what Akamoto's doing nowadays? I certainly don't. How many people are watching on their phone? Do you like any non-journalist type MMA YouTubers? I don't really know them. I don't really know any. So no, not really. Not really. Like, I mean, I've heard of them here and there, but I don't watch them. To be honest, there's not a single person that I've even seen. I'm like, oh, this person's probably not a clown. But it's not like I'm really seeking it out, so it's hard to say. Sounds like you're speaking from inside a tulip bowl when I push the microphone away. Huzaifa. Did you hear Ilya Rogan? I swear Ilya Islam is on. I did not. Thank you for the 199. But I do believe Islam Ilya will happen. I already called it earlier. I believe at 11:12 p.m. Eastern time. Islam Ilya will happen, and then people say Islam got forced into it. No, Islam negotiated, and then also there were some overblown massive reports from fake sources. Huzaifa wants to be a made man around here with the 199 bummy. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Huzaifa. Appreciate you. Me. Joey, could you put up a poll up phone or laptop? No. PC. Carol watching on PC. You never responded. Could you see my comment or did you respond in here? Were you able to see my comment on your video? I commented. Yeah, just put where you're watching in the chat right now. Where are you watching? Are you watching on a phone, a TV, a laptop, a PC, a Nintendo DS? You see the Bo Nickel interview where he says he's rooting for Khamzat to beat DDP so he can test his wrestling? No, he did not. No, I didn't see that. Bo Nickel recently did an interview. I feel like most people are probably watching on their phones. A kitchen screen, phone. I don't trust TASS as a reliable source. Laptop. Joey trying to grab my IP. Oh, hell nah. Phone and TV. You're listening through the TV, but you're typing in your phone, Tony Two-Tone. Is that what you're doing? Which current active fighter do you think has taken the most damage in their career? Probably Chandler. Or Elkins. I mean, I know that's recency biased. Yeah, Bo Nickel won't jump off Khamzat's dick. You're watching on your Sega Genesis. Chat on my phone because I can't chat on my TV. Only read. I figured, but you're listening through the TV, right? I'm assuming. No Nichols, the Chandler. Imagine they booked Chandler versus Khamzat. Imagine they booked Chandler versus Khamzat. Apparently this dude's mad. Dude, this dude's mad that some people were sending donos. I don't see your comment. Just checked. Click on comments, and then at the top you'll see the word held. See if it's a held comment. You might have to approve it. So if you go to YouTube Studio, right, you go down to the community tab, which is comments, and then it'll be published, and right next to it, there'll be the word held. Click on the word held. And see if it's there. Because I did comment. And it still shows on my end. So it could just be flagged and might need to be approved. Because it was a damn good comment. Held. The dudes in chat getting mad about the donos are just hilarious. Are the most hilarious people in chat. They're literally, someone messaged me about it today. It said people were crying yesterday. So it'd be a real shame if someone sent a dono right now to piss that guy off. Be a real shame. Be a real shame. I have that exact same shirt you're wearing. I got it on Columbia website for $10. Damn, that's a good damn good deal. Let me go take a look. Men's. Men. No, that's fishing shirts. I guess it would be a t-shirt. Regular t-shirt. So I think this is it. $20 to $24. Okay. I wish I could get it for 10. Just approved it. It was held. I thought so. Because it was still showing on my end. If it was completely deleted. So many of you sleeping on Dricus, including Joey. So. Bro, just in case is literally adding up his donos. He said, that's $21.99. I've donated now. Bro is adding up his donos. He's adding up. All last week he was posting in chat, hey man, I got a huge dono coming for you. Dude's keeping the books tight. Dude's keeping a handle on them books. Y'all don't know about Khamzat? I think Khamzat's really going to run through DDP. I hate to tell you guys, but he's going to run through DDP like he owns him. Like he owns him. Truly owns him. I just got a notification. CM put a heart on your comment. That's weird. That's the first time I ever got a notification like that. But shout out to Justin for the $2 poverty dono. Dude's keeping track. It's pathetic if Dana promised Ilia a shot after vacate and then doesn't do it. I don't think he did. I don't think he promised him. If Khamzat runs through Diddy, will they put him above Jones in the pound for pound? What do you call him? DDP. Yeah, Khamzat will be high up on that pound for pound, but not above Jones unless Jones retires by then. Watch DDP fluke some crazy shit. I could see Khamzat getting DQ'd against DDP. I could see him getting DQ'd. Like he just picks Dricus up, spikes him on his head, and it's a DQ. When did Camille start smoking crack? Joey, if Khamzat moved up to light heavyweight and fought Ank, would you favor him to win? I don't know. Depends if Camille's in the chat or not. At least said on JRE he was told he would get a title shot if he vacated. Okay. I don't necessarily trust Ilia word for word, but Khamzat was banned from entering America at one point. Dana has to pull some strings with Trump. Oh, for sure. Dana wants to use Trump to get the Ali Act overturned so he can take advantage of boxers too. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what you can get if you're rich. So, Ilia was promised a lightweight title shot 3,000 years ago. I don't think the UFC was too happy he didn't want to take the Volk rematch. I think they wanted him to take the Volk rematch, and then they said after you win the Volk rematch, if you win the Volk rematch, you can move up. And I think he said, nah. That's basically the gist of it. I've seen Diego crying in the locker room. Bro, you never even deserved the opportunity. Just be happy you got it. You didn't deserve the opportunity, man. You should be more aggressive early. But it is what it is. DDP's a clumsy champ. Chimaev's going to make it look easy, put him to sleep while he's talking to Dana. I truly think he's going to do some crazy outlandish shit. I think Khamzat's going to have a massive, massive, massive coming out party. I know everyone, like a lot of people are already hyped on Khamzat. But I think that he's going to like really, like people are going to be like, holy shit. She did a clip of Dana asking Aiden Ross how much he's paying his low tier fighters. He said $30K. That's wild. No, I did not see that. Snag Lord with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, buddy boy. Thank you for the $2. I'm going to fucking roll tonight. Step aside, Vape. Vape dropped a $50 bomb earlier, man. That $2 dono from Snag Lord might entice him to drop another $50 bomb, okay? He's calling you out, man. No, I'm kidding. Joe, did you pick Israel over Jan? I picked Jan to beat Israel. I thought Israel was massively overrated and undersized. I thought he was going to get bullied by Jan. The commentary on that was atrocious as well. Tay2's in the chat. Thank you for the $1.99, Tay2. Did you get a chance to watch Topuria on Rogan? I have not. I've seen a little bit of clips here and there. I'm not a big fan of Rogan. Like, hearing Rogan's voice is like nails on a chalkboard to me. Diego cries too much. Too many people watch Rogan. Yeah, I'm sure anything notable on there will come out. And it's not like I can use any clips to make a video because he'll copyright you immediately. So, it's annoying. But if I see anything super notable, I'll cover it. I might cover it partially in like an Islam Topuria video. You may be making bank, but I'm sexier. You're not even close to sexier. Where are all the mods at nowadays? Where's the mods at today? Where are all the mods at? We got Chase in the chat. Where are the blue wrenches? But shout out Snaglord and shout out Tay2. All he had to do was beat Movsar to probably make the case to move up. Dude, I'm sad we're never getting Ilia versus Movsar. I wanted that. Joey picked Jan versus Izzy. Thank you, Justin. I said Khamzat future champ years ago. Me too. Me too. Dude has a huge following. Khamzat going to be the biggest star in the UFC if he mows through DDP. I'm anointing Khamzat the biggest star in the UFC at that point in time. At that point in time, I will anoint him. I have a theory. It's Du Plessis and Mavov international fight. We can confirm Khamzat is having visa issues. No, don't even say that, bro. I'll throw up. JJ Smoke never shows up anymore. We're going to have to take his wrench. You're right. You're right. I'm just taking wrenches, man. Just tune in and got a tailwind. Are you talking about the Ali Act video idea? I think you should do that in depth as a big boxing fan. I'm surprised how many people don't know how it has protected boxers. I'm just not educated enough on the Ali Act. But Dana is trying to use his political influence to get rid of the Ali Act so he can take advantage of boxers. So, not trying to throw shade, but you look like you just woke up from a nap. What does that even mean? I just got out of the shower, but I am dead tired. I don't remember the last time I was well rested. Khamzat versus Chandler. Chandler's final fight. Do you know what Khamzat would do to Chandler? What's the Ali Act? It protects boxers and has to do with pay and title shots. And it's basically the government protecting boxers. There's like rules to what promoters can do. They wanted to get it extended to fighters. But that's why Dana's always complaining boxing's ruined because of the Ali Act. Don't call my boy Joey ugly. He's beautiful. I mean, I'm assuming he's just talking about the eyes. Because other than that, it's not like I look like I just woke up other than my eyes. I can't help it, man. I stayed up till like 3 a.m. last night making that video on Movsar. I knew it was going to be a banger. I was so tired when I finished everything, I had to just not make a thumbnail, and then I had to make it today when I got home. It kind of feels like Dana left the UFC. What would be your prediction for Chandler Colby? I picked Colby by decision or late stoppage. Just a walk-on kid from Mizzou. Just a walk-on kid from Mizzou. I thought that Dana was up to some sneaky shit too. That's what he's up to. I really want to make a DDP Khamzat video, but I just don't have enough info yet. But I do believe it is International Fight Week main event. I do believe it is International Fight Week main event. Again, I repeat, I do believe International Fight Week main event is Khamzat DDP UFC 317 June 28th, I believe. But I don't have enough info to support it. So therefore, I can't make a video on it yet. When are you going to make a video about Usman? He's not doing shit at all. He's fighting Buckley at UFC Atlanta. He's main event at UFC Atlanta, Usman Buckley. So, a little too late on that one. Little too late on that one, buddy. Damn, Chandler ranked number 12 now. I know. He doesn't even belong there either. He doesn't even belong there either. He doesn't belong to be in the top 15. Is that confirmed? No, that's not confirmed yet. But that's most likely what's happening. Sorry. I should have been more clear. Usman main event, big in 2025. Usman's return is going to be anticlimactic. Usman Buckley's interesting. It is actually interesting. I think Usman could win, but I doubt it. I'm not picking him off a 3-year layoff. If Usman was younger, I'd pick him. Yeah, I agree. Now we feed Chandler to Fiziev. Where's Fiziev at in the rankings now? Fiziev is number 11. Damn, that's got to hurt considering he could be in the top 5. UFC 316 is trash. I agree. Who wants to see O'Malley versus Marab? Ew. Usman doesn't want that fight? Okay, we'll find out. We will find out. I doubt he's fighting Buckley. We'll find out soon. I think they'll announce International Fight Week. They'll announce Buckley, Usman, and maybe like one other fight soon. Maybe Dana will go live tomorrow or something. Usman is a podcaster and a talk show host. Yeah, basically. And Dana is just going to shit on Merab anyway when he wins. It wasn't a barn burner. Dana refuses to promote his fighters anymore. He just cares about the few he handpicked. If Usman doesn't win his next fight, he might as well retire. Agreed. Who can Usman beat in the current top 10? He could probably beat Leon, honestly. I'd pick him over Leon in a fourth fight. I think Leon's a scrub. But a lot of the other guys he would probably lose to. He'd beat Colby. I don't know where Colby's at now. Maybe number 9, 10. I hope O'Malley wins. Merab's a clown. Merab has been acting like a clown lately, that's for sure. That's actually legit. Usman hadn't fought in so long that within that time, Alex been KO'd twice and regained the belt. Damn, that is straight up insane. But not true. Not true. Usman last fought at UFC 294. Pereira was KO'd at UFC 287. That's just a fact around here. Usman couldn't beat Burns or Jeff Neal. Could beat Burns or Jeff Neal, probably. Usman lost his aura. He's talking about Volk, not Pereira. Oh, I see. That is actually true. Good call. I just see Alex and automatically thought Pereira. Who do you think wins at 315 and how? Probably Merab by decision. That is crazy. Volk got KO'd, came back, and became a champion again. Rooting for Sugar because Merab is trashing Sean and Umar for not being humble, and he's the only one talking trash. Very bizarre. Merab is very bizarre, I swear. I swear, he makes himself look dumber by the day. Usman Burns was a fun in the pandemic. It got canceled once and then rebooked like 10 months later. That's how Masvidal got paid big for the first fight. He came in on short notice. One of my favorite pandemic fights. Bro, we all know who wins. Umar versus O'Malley fight. Umar, pretty clear. Merab, yeah. Yep. It's crazy how Merab it just becomes so dumb. Usman was farming in the pandemic. What do you mean? Merab manufactured beef with Umar, to be honest, and got mad when Umar continued with the beef. I don't even know what to make of Merab anymore. I know Movsar was booked. Movsar Ilia was booked. I remember talking about it on stream. It was for UFC 270. It was the Ngannou Gane card. Everyone leave a like or it's an L. That is an L. You have to be man first. You have to be man first. You have to be man first. And now he's hyping. Like, honestly, the way Merab acted at the O'Malley press conference recently was some of the most humiliating shit I've ever seen in my entire life. If you haven't watched it, go watch my video breakdown of it is what I was trying to get to. Because it was straight up insanity. Straight up insanity how much he was just O'Malley. Bad. It was really bad. Thought Merab was scared of Usman at first. Of Umar, you mean? He was scared of losing to Umar. He thought Umar was a tough test and didn't want to fight him. And did not want to fight him. That's the truth, unfortunately. Merab doesn't have all his dogs. Yeah, Merab's a little bit brain dead. Low IQ for sure. Merab was sucking off O'Malley so hard he was greatly injured. When I beat him, he will defend all my takedowns. He said all my takedowns now. He said he'll defend all my takedowns now. Something like that, I think. was bad. It was really bad. That press conference really made me lose all respect. Made me lose all respect. Merab was glazing so his wins look better. It was just bad, man. It was really, really bad. Izzy and Sugar were training together and said Izzy and Sugar Sean were training together, said sad Izzy won't be the Izzy I knew. Izzy's done, man. O'Malley's the biggest industry plant in the sport. Yeah, I mean, he got gifted a title shot, basically. O'Malley glazes Aljo win to make it seem better. Aljo was never 135 GOAT. Merab just wants money. I'm sure there's a financial benefit to fighting Sean. There's really not. Sean's not a massive draw. Yeah, the way he spelled Sean was crazy. I noticed that too. What was that really crazy spelling mad long ago that we were all laughing about? What was the crazy somebody spelled? Am I delusional to think Sean actually has a chance, though? If Sean wins, none of us should be surprised. O'Malley's good. I don't really think he has a win. He has to get a fluky KO. Merab and Jan would have been way better. Agreed. The rematch would have been better. Yeah, O'Malley calls all of his opponents the Bantamweight GOAT. Basically. He'll call for some super undeserved title fight if he beats Merab and not give Merab a rematch. That'll be the funniest part about Merab losing. He won't get the trilogy. Call me crazy, but I think Islam Umar feels so highly about themselves when tested in tough fights. You can see the shock and doubt on their faces. Hence Merab and Volk won fights. I didn't see Islam have shock on his face. I think he just got tired in the 5th round. Although Umar Jan will be dope, I don't think that's going to end up happening. I got a feeling that's too good to be true. Sean will always have a puncher's chance. That's why I hate the rematch. We need Ngannou news. I know. They should have Pico fight Aljo. I think they will. Movsar accepted the Pico fight, but then they wanted to push it back. So he said, no, I don't want it. Then, how did you meet Kevin Ioli? He messaged me after I was making fun of him in one of my videos, and then we became kind of friends. That's the gist of it. He's a cool dude. I'll have him on again at some point. Maybe I'll go on his channel again at some point. I wish he was around pressing Dana more recently. He kind of disappeared, but I know why. It's kind of they've been traveling around a lot. I want to see O'Malley fed to the dogs. Dana, let him pass up. I mean, think about what an embarrassment that Marlon Vera title defense were. Why were you being mean? I wasn't being mean to him. I was just shitting on his camera quality. It was just my natural instinct. Merab cannot be KO'd. He is a blockhead. I feel like Islam Ilia will get announced soon. There was so much noise around this potential fight. It'll be crazy. Why are so many people sucking off Pico so hard? To seem like hardcores. That's the God honest truth. They want to seem like hardcores. Essentially, they're like, man, I know Pico because he was in Bellator and I know how good he is. So I'm a hardcore. I'm a hardcore, man. Gene Silva, Aaron Pico, who you got? I got Gene Silva. I'm high on Gene Silva. I want Gene Silva to fight for a title. Throw him up the ranks. Let Gene Silva fight Yair. Let Gene Silva fight Josh Emmett. Let Gene Silva fight Leroy Murphy. Let Gene Silva fight Aljo. I don't care. Give him a big fight and then a title shot afterwards. I don't care about all that. But let Movsar get his chance first. Pico is like 15, 25 fighter. He's losing to most of the top 10, if not all. I know. And dude's acting like he's some... People are acting like he's some next coming of Jose Aldo in his prime. Sad because I think Merab may lose. I got a weird feeling. I feel like he's trying to throw the fight. He thinks he's going to get a trilogy, and he's never going to. Aljo versus Allen or Silva would be fun. I think Aljo got offered Yusuf Zalal, and he turned it down. Because he was saying the UFC offered him someone, and he's like, I'm not going to chase anybody down. It's going to be boring. And that had to be Yusuf Zalal because his last fight, he looked like shit in the 3rd round, remember? Pico's Bo Nickel with losses. Truth. I'm glad you know, C-Ray. Sean should learn from Islam and head kick KO that goblin. Okay. I don't get it, but all right. Pico literally isn't that good. Has crazy power, and basically that's it. And has decent wrestling. That is the gist of it. So anyway, boys, we're about to head up the 2-hour mark. Like the stream. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Check out the recent video on Movsar Evloev versus Alexander Volkanovski. And I'm gonna hang around for a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna get out of here and go to sleep. I'm hoping we get some news tomorrow. Getting real bummy around here for show. I just don't see Sean beating him. Me neither. I think Merab's gonna do the same thing he did to him before. That vid is a heater. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. You'll be one of the very few that watch that video because no one cares about Movsar Volk for some reason. You know, he's too boring, man. But that video is a straight up heater, by the way. The last 2 videos are straight up heaters. I'm just hyped. The Patty post fight that I did by itself got 21,000 views. I can live with that. This is the longest 2-hour stream. It has been long. It has been long and hard. Maybe I'll try to do an earlier. Maybe I'll try to do an earlier stream tomorrow. I'll see what I can do. I don't know. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow. Sorry working, but I'll DM you some stuff about the Ali Act if you care to make the video. Okay. All right. All right. All right. No promises, but I'll check it out. I know a little bit about it, but I just don't know enough. What's crazy is Bitsy has returned. Shout out to Bitsy for the other night. No, if you do 10:30. I don't know what I'm liable to do. I don't know what I'm liable to do. It's already 12:30. I thought I got on decently live early tonight. I got on at 10:30, I guess. Oh, yeah, I got on like 10:40, right? Earlier stream means 8:45 instead of 9. Salger finally decided to show up. Bitsy Salger finally decided to show up at the tail end of the stream, man. I mean, seriously. What is going on around here? What is going on around here lately? It's 7:30 in Vegas. It's 9:30 in Vegas, I think. That was the stupidest remark from Dana of all time. That was the stupidest remark of all time. Was with my kid. No big deal, Salger. I was just kidding around, man. I know you know my sarcasm by now. Some people don't realize the sarcasm. The bummy, the poverty donations, oh, you finally decided to show up. You sitting back in chat acting like you own the place. Bummy this, bummy that. They don't get it. They think it's too serious. We all know he's going to get that Sean O'Malley treatment in order for him to win the title. Leon is him. Mr. What do you say, Mr. Headshot Dead? I'm him. Patty beat Money Moicano. I'm here for it. Always here to support. Shout out Salger. If Topuria beats Islam, I'm sure they wouldn't do a rematch. They'd probably just go straight to Topuria Charles. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Dana shit-eating grin. Imagine they announce some fights tonight right after I get off stream. I'd be heated. I wasn't on live to react to it. What's the hold up with Islam? I don't know. I think we're going to find out some info soon. Well, boys, I got oral surgery tomorrow. Good night. Hope we get some announcements tomorrow. I hope your oral surgery goes well, Tony Two-Tone. I hope your oral surgery goes well, my friend. Islam wants to move up. That's why. Ilia just randomly vacated. Dana's too far corporate now. I think he's just kind of checked out, man. I think Dana's just checked out. He's too busy thinking about Power Slap. And how can he scam Turkey Al-Sheikh? Dana doesn't care about anything. Agreed. Remember when Jim Miller submitted Charles Oliveira? That's a long time ago. But yeah, I was watching back then, I believe. Meeting with Conor McGregor tomorrow? Yeah, dude's got a meeting with Conor tomorrow. That's crazy. That is wild. Dude said got a meeting with Conor tomorrow. Anyway. Anyway, boys. Tony getting his mouth stretched out. Paul's get better. Dude says he's getting his mouth stretched out tomorrow. I'm done. I am totally done. Listen, boys, I almost got you to the 2-hour mark. And I'm going to hit the old Dusty try. You might see me pop on for like a 12 noon stream tomorrow. So just keep them notifications on. You might catch me at like a noon stream. You might get me at like a 1 p.m. stream. We'll see what happens. I'm not 100% certain yet. But there's a chance I pop on at a random time tomorrow. Damn. A nude stream? A noon stream. Do 3 p.m.? I don't know what I'm doing. Gonna watch the new video after this. Check out the new video for show. For show. I'm getting that for show. It's actually a heater video. I need you guys to go drum up. Here, this is the video. There you go. There you go, boys. Navek popped in at the end. Listen, I appreciate you guys all joining me. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Good night. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully we get some big news soon. I believe we will. Good night. Talk to you later.